Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Phil and Emily again today. No Bills game today, so Emily's here. Alright guys, today as promised from the last video, we'll be talking about a couple exercises and things that you can do to strengthen the core muscles, which you need for everything that you do, your gait, your balance, and everything else. So we'll get going and we'll go right into it, guys.
We get all our stability from our pelvis and core. So all of our core muscles not only help with all those things, but they also support our lumbar spine, everything above and below as well. So we are one big chain. So if we aren't strong from the center, then things start falling apart as we go up and down.
Right. So very quickly today we'll go over 5 different exercises that you could do really easily at home with minimum or no equipment necessary.
The first exercise is actually to work some of the deeper muscles and activate them in your abdominal. Our larger muscles overtake those smaller muscles, so a lot of times they're being neglected because we're not doing exercises properly.
Right.
So one of the best ways to do it is you can lie down on your bed or whatever surface, and what you want to do is imagine like there's a string going between your spine and your belly button, and you want to tuck your pelvis and you want to push the small of your back down into the surface. Hold 2, 3, 4, and then relax. So there's not a lot of necessary pelvic movement. It's really you're pulling those muscles in and pushing down towards that surface. With all of your core exercise muscles, you actually want to make sure that you're maintaining that position. So you're pulling your belly in, pulling up and in with your pelvic floor, and pushing your small of your back down. Okay, you also can incorporate, if you don't have a ball, you can just take a pillow between your legs and fold it. And then you do that pelvic tilt, push the small of your back down, and then squeeze the ball at the same time and hold for a count of 3 or 4, and then relax. And squeeze, push the small of your back down, and squeeze 2, 3, 4, and relax. And squeeze 2, 3, 4. To progress that, since you already have the ball or pillow between your legs, you can add a bridge as well, because that's going to help with your core, making sure you're squeezing 2, 3, 4. When you're activating the muscles in the inside of your thighs, your adductors, you're starting to activate some of the deeper muscles in your pelvis as well. So you pull your belly in, squeeze, and push your hips up to the ceiling, squeezing your glutes, and then slowly down. One thing with that, you want to make sure you don't have your head flexed on a pillow or something. You want to make sure that you're fully supine on whatever surface, so that you don't cause a strain on your neck.
Guys, so we'll continue with my favorite ball. So another easy exercise that you could do at home, this one you could do it sitting on a chair, on a table, a solid table, is go ahead and place that ball. You could scoot forward on your chair a little bit or edge of the table a little bit. You put the ball in between the knees like this, you squeeze it in. You could hold the side of the chair or the table. You lean slightly back and you try to bring the knees in toward your chest. Keep the tummy tucked in, hold it 1, 2, 3 seconds, go back down, and then you could repeat that again to start strengthening your core, especially if the core is a little bit weak at this point. So up but hold, and you could challenge yourself a little bit more. You could have a weighted ball, or you could have a dumbbell in between your feet, and you bring it up, you hold it, try to go a little bit higher to the chest, keep the back straight, don't arch your back, keep the neck straight, look straight forward.
This one you really want to be careful with arching your back, because this is definitely a more advanced exercise, so it's easy to start arching. So you really want to make sure you're pulling up and in, and then bringing your legs up. And you don't have to do a huge movement. If you start feeling like you're starting to arch as you bring it up higher, just bring it up a little bit and then down.
Right.
All right, so the next exercise you can do getting on all fours, same thing. You want to pull your belly in. You want to make sure you're not arching too much, but also that you're not sinking down. So you want a neutral spine. You can start with even just pulling your stomach in, holding it nice and secure. Start with just alternating your leg or your arms. And then alternating your legs back and forth. You want to make sure you're holding your pelvis nice and still. You don't want a lot of rocking. And then you can progress doing opposite arm and opposite leg. And everyone's favorite as we get stronger, and this is definitely a more advanced exercise. Another exercise to do is lying on your back. You're gonna pull your belly in, arms up, and you're gonna alternate bringing one arm up to the opposite. Lowering it. When you lower your leg, you wanna be very careful as to not arch your back. So this is somewhat a variation of a Pilates V-up, but it is a little bit less intense, and you can make sure that you're stabilizing and not arching your back at all.
All right, so last one, guys, and this one is one of the most advanced one. It's very good to build up your core, but also it could be difficult, and also if you don't do it the right way, you might hurt yourself a little bit. So make sure you're advanced enough before you try to do this one. So I'm sure you're familiar with the term planks. So we're gonna be doing the plank today. So you'll be on your stomach like this, right? So the purpose of the plank, you'll be on your toes and elbows at the same time and lifting your midsection. So the first thing that you have to make sure is that you have your elbows under your shoulders. Don't make sure it's not too far out. And you make sure that the back is straight, and you lift slightly off the table or the floor if you're able to get it to the floor. And you raise up, make sure the back is straight, hold it there a couple seconds to begin with, and you can relax after that. You could build up your stamina and your strength in your core by holding it a little bit more, a little bit longer. You hold it tight, and then you go back down. You could even challenge yourself a little bit more by going from side to side a little bit. Makes it a little bit harder. This way. You do a couple, and you take a break, and you do like 1 or 2 sets of these. Those are very good exercises to straighten the core. All right, guys, thank you again for stopping back and watching the channel. It helps us if you give us a like if you find anything interesting in this video, and also subscribe so you could get the next one. It helps the channel grow. And make sure you leave it in the comment if you have any suggestion, or if you have anything that you want us to address for the next video. And that's it, guys. So we'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay active, stay healthy.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.